agriculture. All of this must empower Africa's smallholder farmers, the majority of whom are women. They are the people who grow our food, and I hope transformative change will enable them to leave behind subsistence farming, to run their farms as businesses, and to make surpluses for sale. The commercial farms have an important role to play, and in this process, we will be counting on them, and they should also provide opportunities to assist the smaller farmers with technology, with access to markets, and advice. AGRA, the Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, was created to help accelerate these changes. And in 2007, I was honored to assume the chairmanship of AGRA to help lead this transformation. Today, I can say that along with our partners, we are making progress. I saw some of that progress on the ground in Mali earlier this week, when I and some of the board members of AGRA visited farms in Kenya. We saw farmers in Sano Koroba and Diala Koroba and heard from them the difference that access to high-yielding seeds and fertilizers make to their livelihoods. And it was fascinating to talk to these farmers who were aware of the impact of climate change on their efforts, telling us, I selected this seed because I can get the yield in 4 months or 6 months, and stayed away from the one that will mature in 9 months because the rain patterns have changed. And if I didn't do that, I would lose quite a lot of money. And it was really fascinating to see that at that level, on the ground, they were already working on adaptation. Farmers are growing new varieties of sorghum, maize, and rice that are drought-tolerant and disease-resistant. They are increasing their yields. New seed companies and agro-dealer shops are all part of this transformation. But more important, I heard from them their hope for the future. That with more support, they and their neighbors will do even better year after year. Today, a hoe, but tomorrow, a tractor is their desire. Similar aspirations are rising and increasing progress all across the continent. AGRA has achieved significant results since its founding in late 2006. It is implementing field projects in 13 sub-Saharan African countries. More than 130 new crop varieties have been developed by AGRA grantees and have been released to farmers. About 14,000 metric tons of improved seeds have been made available to smallholder farmers. Nearly 10,000 agro-dealers are delivering these inputs to remote farmers in 11 countries. AGRA is also strengthening farmers' access to secure markets and training them in market function. In Uganda and Kenya, this training has enabled 40,000 banana growers to earn more than $10 million in the last 3 years and increase their yield tenfold. Efforts to rejuvenate depleted soils are also extensive. Just one example. One project encompasses 300,000 farmers in the Sahel who are using microdosing and ultra-efficient use of fertilizer to boost their yields up to 130%. Meanwhile, innovative financing using $17 million in loan guarantees, we have been able to leverage it to $160 million in affordable loans to agriculture from commercial banks in Ghana, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. as well as Mozambique. For the first time, commercial banks are lending to small-scale farmers and farm businesses en masse, now using affordable credit to grow their businesses. Like any business, Africa's farmers and entrepreneurs need money to make money. And until now, they just haven't been able to get it. This is changing. And this all amounts to change across the value chain. But there's one more piece, and it is essential. AGRA is helping farmers to join forces to strengthen their purchasing power and their ability to negotiate good prices. Working alone on a small plot, a farmer can only do so much. Working with her neighbors, she has power. And the same is true for us. Working together, we have power. Strategic, results-oriented partnerships are essential to achieving a transformative change. African agriculture must take a quantum leap forward, and this means we must join together. Every organization represented here is part of Africa's agricultural transformation. Organizations as varied as IFAD, CGIAR, the World Bank, national banks, the African Development Bank, and USAID have launched ambitious programs to revitalize agriculture. Local seed and fertilizer companies, new food processing businesses are opening economic opportunities. Farmers, organizations, and civil society are on the ground pointing the way to the most effective interventions. And African governments are stepping up to the challenge of developing national agricultural programs. We have long called on African governments to break with the past practices of underfunding agriculture and curtailing the development of the private sector. Now this too is beginning to happen. African governments are making changes, and I'm excited about the impact this is having. Here in Ghana, agriculture has grown at an average of 5% a year over the past 10 years. Malawi transformed itself into a net exporter of maize 4 years in running. Rwanda increased its food production by 15% in 2007 and 16% in 2008. In Tanzania, whose Prime Minister is here with us, a government program supporting farmers through vouchers to purchase seeds and fertilizers enabled 700,000 smallholder farmers to produce 5 million tons of maize. And Mali now dedicates 14% of its national budget to agriculture in a concerted effort to change the future of its farmers. Across sub-Saharan Africa, 19 countries have put in place plans to accelerate their annual agricultural growth of 6% per year, a goal agreed under the Comprehensive African Agricultural Development Program, or CAADP. CAADP was initiated by the New Partnership for Africa's Development, another organization leading the changes in agriculture. AGRA works closely with NEPAD, recognizing that an African green revolution is the key to achieving CAADP's goals. Let me say it again, partnerships are crucial to success. To take the challenge of developing Africa's bread baskets and transport corridors. Bread baskets are areas endowed with many of the natural assets and human resources needed for agriculture to thrive. Yet, they are underdeveloped.